From the 22nd to the 26th of February 2010, a group of 21 volunteers, most of them journalists from the Tana Group, owners of CNN, Cartoon Network and Boomerang, to mention but a few, were in Rwanda at the invitation of Plan Rwanda Country Office in conjunction with Plan UK National Office. On arrival at the school, the visiting volunteers from the UK were entertained to Rwandan traditional dance by different traditional dance troupes. The official welcome ceremonies were followed by laying of the foundation for the 3-classroom block, which saw participation of the Gatsibo district mayor himself and the visiting volunteers themselves. The new classroom block is expected to benefit students who will continue with their education here under the 9-year basic education program. We talked to some of them and sought their views about foreigners coming to construct for them rooms where they will attend their classes.
I'm pleased about this activity to construct for us classrooms because we used to study under difficulties where you'll find more than 30 students in just one classroom. But with these new classrooms, that number will now decrease.
This visit was organized by Plan Rwanda in liaison with Plan UK. Plan UK has a successful partnership with Tana Broadcasting, a global TV media owning household names such as CNN, Cartoon Network and Boomerang. They've been supporting Plan International in a number of ways in different African countries. Ms. Fiona Nachman works for Plan UK.
They've been fundraising for education projects in Africa. We went to Mali last year and this year we're in Rwanda. And the company don't just want to give their funds, they want to be as involved as possible and support the communities as possible, as much as they can. So this year a group of 20 volunteers have come to Rwanda to work alongside the community in supporting the construction of the project that they're funding, which is a block of 3 classrooms.
Together with the local masons, these visitors braved the scorching sunshine and at times chilly weather conditions to do what brought them to this remote part of Rwanda, and that is to construct a classroom block for future Rwandan leaders. Nick Hart works for Tana Broadcasting London as the head of corporate social responsibility.
Well, we broadcast CNN and Cartoon Network and various other channels, so I always look for things which will be of interest to CNN and will work with the children's channels that we have as well. And I got to know Plan a couple of years ago and explained to them that we broadcast throughout Europe and the Middle East and Africa. We'd like to do something which involves our staff, and we'd like to do something which connects with children and also which CNN can maybe report on. And they came up with this project, so that's why we're here.
Each member of this group had to contribute their own money for the return trip to this place. Worth noting here is that, with the exception of just one person, the rest do not have any knowledge about construction. It's their wish to expand their mind and give a little bit of help that saw them board the plane and come to Rwanda. But it wasn't all about building. Some of the volunteers were engaged in teaching English language and football lessons. They also interacted with students who also in turn taught the visitors a couple of things about the Rwandan culture through traditional dancing. Plan Rwanda's activities in Gatsibo district are centered on 4 main focuses: improving youth empowerment, supporting girls' education, early childhood development, and supporting child protection and child rights. The visitors were appreciative of Plan Rwanda's achievements registered during the last 3 years. Before concluding their week-long working visit to Rubona Primary School, the visitors played 2 friendly matches, one between the local constructors and the other versus Rubona School. The team of local masons beat the visiting volunteers team by 1-0. But in the next game between the school team, the visitors beat the youngsters 3-0 on penalties after the match had ended 0-0 in normal time. The Masons team was given a donation of building kits, including a pair of boots, gloves and helmet. Meanwhile, the school was given a donation of assorted scholastic materials and the visitors were also given various gifts. But looking back at the time they spent in Gatsibo district, the visitors believe there is a lot they have learnt about and from Rwanda which the UK can also learn from.
I think, read a lot about Rwanda before I came, but I think the minute I arrived at the airport, from immigration through to this very moment, I think the warmth of the people has been magnificent. Everywhere we go, people want to shake your hand to thank you for coming. The people smile at you, they wave at you, they're so happy that you're here, and you really feel that. So, you know, at the end of the day, when we've got blisters and our feet are sore, we'll know that actually everyone really appreciates the fact that we've come here. But that would be my takeaway from Rwanda is the people are fantastic. So lovely and warm, and I was really surprised. I don't know what I expected, but I didn't expect, you know, I've travelled lots in Africa and I think they stand out. I think for me they stand out.
It's been a fantastic experience. It's definitely something very different to what we're used to at home. I don't think we have any builders amongst us, but it's really important for us to understand what it's like for the local community and the local construction company and what they do every day. It's been hard work, but the local people have taught us lots of the techniques, and that's been fantastic.
What I've learned is outside Africa, outside Rwanda, when you say the word Rwanda, everyone thinks, oh my God, you know, terrible genocide. And that's probably all they think. And I've been reading up before I came here. I bought a few books and I've been looking at websites and so on. And from that, I understand that, you know, this country is far more than that. You've moved on enormously, but you really have to come here to realise, you know, what nice, generous, kind people live in this country. And I think what a good government you have, because you know, the laws you have seem to be very sensible. There's no plastic bags. Brilliant. We don't have that in Europe. This idea about cleaning the streets once a month in the morning? Brilliant. We should do that. We should take that back home and do that in England.
This whole activity, right from the foundation to the current level, took about 10 million Rwandan francs. The whole classroom block is expected to cost close to 30 million Rwandan francs on completion, and thanks to Plan Rwanda's intervention, its construction began at a very high.